It kind of just makes you feel, safe. You know that it's a long season ahead and things are going to happen, but just to know that you got the guys back there that can go out there and make a play when it's time for them to make a play makes you feel good.
Ronnie, this is the first time we got to see you guys really implement the jack up front on the line. From the back end perspective, how does that change how you guys play defensively? How does it affect the offense?
Just knowing where he's at. If you can get to know where he's at, because he doesn't necessarily have the same rules as everyone else on the D line. He got more of free range to go make plays. So for us, just to know that we got someone down there that's more willing and able to make plays, it just helps us in coverage points and run fits and stuff like that.
Ronnie, just the way the offense is trying to, just Notre Dame's offense is trying to adjust to the different look that gives the channel position.
I really wasn't looking too much at the O-line, to be honest.
Ronnie, just being somebody who's a veteran leader in the safety room, what do you say to someone like Josh when he makes a mistake and kind of has to bounce back from that?
Prox is an experienced veteran here. I think he handled everything well. It's a long season ahead. Prox is a great player. So is the other guys in the room. I'm excited for everyone in the room. Whenever someone is on the field, I'm sure they're going to make their play when that number's called.
How do you think Lathan and Josh can complement each other?
Can you repeat that, please?
How do you think Lathan and Josh can complement each other over the course of a season?
They're just two athletic freaks. When they see ball, they go get ball. That's just kind of how they play. That's their motto. Knowing them, being in the room with them, and being on side of them, I know what they're thinking and how they see plays and how they want to trigger things. I think those guys are just ball hawks, and they're always ready to make a play.
Right, you were talking Lathan up obviously in the summer when a few times we got to talk to you, but to see him finally opening game be out there and balling like he was, what did it just mean to you, and what do you think it meant to him?
It's no surprise at all. I've seen him make those plays routinely come camp and practice and stuff like that. That's things we talked about. So I'm just happy he got a chance to go out there and do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you feel good for him, right?
Definitely. He knows how I feel. We talked about this. So.
Yeah. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, Tally?
In preseason, it seemed a lot of, when you were talking about facing these bigger, physical, more running teams like Notre Dame, Wisconsin, etc. The talk kind of centered around the Sam position, maybe at linebacker, and how you might switch to more of a traditional 4-3 look. But it seemed like your physicality as safeties, you and Lathan, and maybe Josh to some extent too, was able to kind of account for that extra presence in the box and come downhill and make those plays. I guess, when did that sort of switch happen in camp?
We knew Coach Knows made it very clear it's a safety-driven defense. We were going to be asked to cover, going to be asked to come down and make tackles in the open field or even at the line of scrimmage. So that's just kind of something that we knew what our job was, and during camp and in spring ball we kind of worked on those things. So it was no real surprise for us come game day when we had to do those things.
But Tanner McAllister, he's an overlooked guy maybe at times in this defense. Talk about what he brings and what his value is to the defense.
I've said this many times, but Tanner's just all around pro. The way he takes care of business, the way he watches films and stuff like that, and his IQ is off the charts. Besides that, he was in the system with Coach Knowles for some time, so to know that he has experience in it, he's been in it when plays work and also when plays don't. So just having that on the field with you is just a huge bonus.
And then going back to that more physical style you guys kind of had to implement against Notre Dame Saturday. What did your experience in the Bullet last year help you with that at all?
For sure, definitely. I definitely saw some of the same looks, maybe just to the field, as compared to seeing them from the boundaries last year, but definitely, yeah.
Right, you said you weren't surprised. You said you weren't surprised by your guys' performance, but there had to be kind of some sense of like, all right, yeah, we just did that when the final seconds tick off the clock against Notre Dame.
For sure. Yeah, we definitely said that. It's a long season ahead. That was just the first step right there.
What was it like in the locker room afterwards between you guys? Was it like, all right, we handled our business, or was there kind of a little bit of a celebration going on? Like,
we enjoy every win we get, especially in that shoe week one. So it was definitely a great feeling. We enjoyed that win that night. We came back, watched the film, but now it's on Arkansas State.
Ronnie, when you were, sorry, go ahead, Laura.
You said that's step one. What is step two for you guys? Obviously I know who the opponent is, but what do you guys now want to do to even improve on what you did against them?
Yeah, despite, what it may look like on Saturday, there was a lot of things that we still got to get corrected. We come in the facility each day trying to get better on those things, try to have a better Tuesday than last week or a better Wednesday than last Wednesday.
Ronnie,
how comfortable were you out there on Saturday? Because it looked like you were seeing everything. You were almost around the ball. Feels like on almost every play. I don't know when you went back and looked at it if what you graded out as, but it just seemed to me like maybe you were kind of in total control out there. Did it feel that way to you?
Yeah, definitely. It felt a lot more easy out there. Saw things a little bit more slower, especially compared to last year. Like I said, Coach Knowles does a great job of, having especially his safeties, kind of see the offense and be able to play fast and make plays and stuff like that. So I think I was just able to take advantage of that.
How did you guys? How did you guys bounce back from that early big play? That the first play of the game, they go 54 yards, but it didn't seem to phase you. Maybe Coach Dave was saying maybe last year. How did you kind of get past
one of our key mindsets in the room is next play is the most important play. So you can't let any play, no matter if it's the first, last, whatever it is, you can't let any play kind of get in your head. They made that big play. You just got to bounce back.
Just watching all of you as a defense, it just looked like you guys were playing with more confidence out there. Is that something that you felt?
Most definitely. We put in the work. We know that we trusted in our coaches and what they taught us prior to the weeks leading up. So it was just easy for us to go out there and just play ball.
What is it that these coaches do well that give you so much confidence in the plays they're calling?
Can you repeat that?
What is it that these coaches do well that give you so much confidence in what they're asking you to do?
Just the way that they teach things and Oh, my apologies. Just the way that they teach things is whether that's in the room or on the field. Coach Perry Eliano and Coach Matt Guerrero and Coach McGrath, specifically in the safety room, just do a good job on the details and giving us looks and stuff that we may see or even that we may not see, but they do a good job of just putting it all out there for us.
Coach Knowles was saying that coming into the season that it isn't necessarily guys making big plays, it's just guys being in the right place. Did it feel more like that on Saturday than it has?
Yeah, as a defense, the big plays and stuff like that stuff will come. You do your job, you do your assignment, everything else will fall into place. I think we did a good job of that on Saturday. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Ronnie.
Yep. That's all you, Z.